Oh, good afternoon and welcome to today's very special Gold and Silver Club Commodities Corner. This is a post non-farm payroll special, and let me tell you, we've got a lot of setups which are triggering right now. So I'll be fairly brief with the introduction. I want to move on to the charts. We'll take a look at some of the setups that we're looking at the moment. It's been a very profitable non-farm payroll so far, and it should continue to do so, or to be so throughout this afternoon as well. So as the New York session is opening. So welcome to everybody who it's your first time on today's webinar today. I can see lots of familiar faces and some new faces too. So today's session, we will be covering a review of the commodities markets this week. We'll look at the top trade of the week. We'll go through live technical analysis and trading. We will be identifying highly profitable trade setups, of which there are several right now. We'll be looking at the week ahead, so key events looking forward, and of course we'll be answering any questions you may have too. So the big news: February US non-farm payroll exceeds market expectations. So right now, silver has been slammed, gold has been slammed, copper has been slammed. We got some good movement about to break out, looks like, on the energies, WTI, Brent, possible natural gas as well. We'll take a look at all the correlations, and we've got some very interesting setups. So the most important US economic report of the month, the US jobs report, non-farm payrolls exceeded market expectations. That was about an hour ago. Today, up 175,000 compared to forecast of 149,000. The world's largest economy added 175,000 new non-farm jobs last month, so compared to a forecast of 149. The national unemployment rate, meanwhile, ticked up to 6.7% last month compared to the 6.6 expected, which was the same rate as the previous month and marked the lowest since 2008. The non-farm payrolls and unemployment data produced high market volatility in the US, as job creation is a leading indicator of consumer spending, which makes up most of the country's overall economic activity. So in January, non-farm payrolls missed expectations when they grew by just 113K after posting an unusually small increase of 75,000 a month before, spurring worry among traders of a slowdown of the US recovery. But following today's non-farm payroll data, gold price fell to 1331. It's just fallen to 1326. We've had some great sell shorts on today from earlier setups, and we've just been doing our live trading room this morning as well. So spurring worry among traders of a slowdown. So gold had fallen to 1331 an ounce and since come down to 1326, while silver price slipped. It's actually come down below its 200-day moving average. Looks very interesting. Copper is getting slammed, and WTI very close to breaking out. So I've got screens all around me at the moment showing all the prices as they're moving. So I want to move fairly rapidly to the screenshots and to the setup. So I'm Phil Carr, professional trader, trainer and speaker. I'm the co-founder and director of the Gold and Silver Club. I specialize in teaching people how to make money from trading the most lucrative financial markets in the world: gold, silver, oil, commodities. I do trade a lot of the news live, very profitable to do so if you know what you're doing. I train thousands of individuals to become independent traders and successfully manage their own investment portfolio. I'm responsible for the research and development of the Gold and Silver Club trademark strategies that have a proven track record of generating returns for traders. Also a regular contributor to a number of financial publications and speak at numerous trading seminars, webinars, workshops, you name it. Nik Kalsi also helps me running the Gold and Silver Club. He's a professional trader, investment analyst and speaker. Nik began his career within private wealth management in 2002 before making the transition into proprietary trading. Prior to co-founding the Gold and Silver Club, spent over 5 years coaching professional fund managers and traders internationally for some of the world's top-tier hedge funds and investment banks. And through his first-hand relationship with some of the world's most successful traders, discovered the formula, mindset, and tools that give any individual the definitive edge to trade in any economy. Also regularly writes to a number of global business and financial publications. We've appeared frequently on financial television, appeared on Dukascopy TV. We'll be appearing on Reuters again next week. And we've appeared in a lot of global publications. So you're in good hands today at the Gold and Silver Club. So looking at the gold price at the moment, gold looks interesting. It actually just bounced off a key Fibonacci level. It's at 1334 at the moment. We're seeing a nice rally in the oils right now. So we'll take a look at that shortly. Top trade of the week this week has been a nice trade that we had on oil. Beautiful setup on Tuesday evening, broke a trend line, broke a Fibonacci level, sold at 102.81, price to be lower, hit a 3-to-1, and also our full trade on binary.com for the price to be lower paid out nicely. So that's the top trade of the week on WTI crude oil. And what we'll do now, we'll move over to binary.com, we'll move over to my charts as well. I want to get you all set and show what trades I'm going to personally be taking. And we're going to look at select the rise and the fall types of trades. So if you select rises, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. If you select falls, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. Okay, a quick question to the audience. If you're able to put in the chat function here, that'd be great. Is anybody completely new to binary.com? Have you never traded on the platform before? Or is everybody here intermediate? I know there's lots of familiar faces, but we've got some new names here as well. Has anybody not placed these sort of trades before? Rise and fall type of trades? Okay, looks like everybody has. So everybody's relatively intermediate on the webinar today. Okay, perfect. Well, that makes things very straightforward. Good. So, yeah, we'll look at the rise and falls type of trade. So I'm going to switch screens now. Okay, right, before we start, just to mention as well, the trades I'm about to take, these are trades I'm taking, but it's not any financial advice, anything like that. It's not what we do, but these are trade setups that I'm personally taking. So, and I'll talk you through why I'm taking these various setups. Okay, first of all, silver. Silver at the moment has just broken through the 200-day moving average. It's just come down to key Fibonacci level at the moment, but it's very important. This market has now broken through its 200-day moving average. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. So I'm just going to go on to commodities. I'm going to select silver, and I'm looking for this to be lower by the end of today. So from now, this is going to be, I'm looking for the price to come down actually to the 50-day moving average just below. So that would be down at 20.39. So I'm just going to get the best price on that at the moment. Okay, it's pretty good. 80% payout. It's pretty reasonable. See how far I can get out. I want to close right at the end of the day. 6 hours is the time slot. Okay, good. I don't want to hang about here because we've just broken a Fibonacci level. I think price is going to come lower. And I'm just going to take this trade. 80% payout, full trade. I just need the price to finish lower than 20.813. Just needs to finish 1 pip lower than my entry, and I'll win this trade in circa 6 hours, and I should make 1,385 with my deposit, and I'll get back 2,500. So let's just get the best price. Okay, and let's purchase that. Let's try again. Bear with me. Let me just see if we can get back in. Sorry, I've just been logged out of my binary.com, but not to worry, I'm just coming back in. Okay, good. Here we go. So just going to get the best price again. And silver 20.84, so I'm just going to go for a lower and just purchase that. Okay, that has been executed, so we're back in business. Okay, so that is the first trade I'm going to be taking of the day. That's silver. Now, if we move over to WTI and Brent, we had a nice solid consolidation here today on both WTI and Brent. Brent, actually, nice dragonfly doji for me on the daily. We've got a bit of resistance just above with the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. So we can see that just above the current price. If I go back to WTI here, we are breaking out to the upside. We're doing okay at the moment on WTI. It's time now. It's 239. Had a nice breakout to the upside. I'm going to be looking to trade WTI via the sectors. Okay, so I'm going to go to energy sector. I want exposure to the crude index, not the Brent index, the crude index. I want exposure to WTI here. And see how far ahead we can go. It might just be 90 minutes at the moment. Let's see. Okay. Of course, we're doing this. We're doing a post webinar today, post FOMC. So, sorry, post non-farm payroll. So we need to be out of these trades really fairly sharpish. I still like that for a breakout at the moment. It's just breaking out at the moment. Looks really good. I'm also going to look at Brent for a trade setup as well. And this is going to be a quick trade here, a 30-minute trade. Again, I just need the price to finish 1 pip higher. It's held onto that consolidation. Nice box there. You can see the price is running high at the moment. It's got to my entry point. I don't want to hang about too long here. I'm going to take the trade for a long here on crude oil index. 81% payout. Okay, that has been executed. Now, I'm just going to move over to Brent. So Brent's got a really nice, just have a look at the, we can see a nice consolidation here again. Brent is just about to get above the last 4-hour candle. I'm just going to wait for that to trigger. WTI has already triggered. Brent, Australian US dollar. Actually, take a look. I'm going to bring you over to the commodities because some of the other commodities are looking very interesting right now. So what we want to note at the moment, coffee does look very interesting right now for a potential breakout here in either direction, actually. So an entry below 193 or an entry above 205 to the upside. Now, I'm still waiting for this to break out in either direction. It's not quite ready at the moment. Take a look at natural gas. Natural gas is so close to breaking out to the upside at the moment. I just need it to come a little bit higher. We're looking for a breakout in either direction, actually, but at the moment, it looks more likely that it is going to break out to the upside. So you can see this little bit of resistance at 4.681. I want to see if it's going to break out today. Normal average volatility would dictate that we should break out in either direction this afternoon. I do expect the market to break out to the upside, just this upward trending channel, which is forming. We seem to be forming around in a bottom here on the chart, and I think we're just going to get a nice breakout to the upside. Let me just show you that on natural gas. Let's see if we can draw a nice rounding bottom here. Okay, so this is sort of the rounding bottom that we're getting. If I just, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this clear enough, but okay, so that's just the rounding bottom that we're getting on the chart there. And what we expect to find is a breakout here. So a nice move to the upside from this rounding bottom. So I'm just waiting for it to break out at the moment. So that is going to be a really nice setup. It's not quite ready yet. I do expect it to break out to the upside. So you might be able to get some better entries getting in right now. But if you want to be a bit patient, wait for it to break above 4.691. We'll see if it breaks above that over the course of this webinar. Now, two additional markets that have done very well this week. Corn has had tremendous breakout. It broke above the 200-day moving average yesterday, had a really nice surge on non-farm payroll, forming a bit of an inverse hammer here on the daily at the moment. It's pulling back a little bit. Let's look at the 4-hour as well. Yeah, 4-hour corn, there's that inverse hammer triggered. Actually, corn there at the moment looks like it is due a bit of a pullback. We'll come back to that. Wheat had a nice breakout today as well, got back above its 200-day moving average. To the upside, we're getting a bit of a pullback after non-farm payroll. You can see this pullback that we're getting currently on wheat. 10-year bonds got slammed today, as well as gold. So we'll take a look and have a look at gold at the moment. So gold, we actually came down. We had a really nice entry here, 1346. We've come down, hit profit target at that trend line, 1333. What you want to note at the moment is there's a nice dragonfly doji forming on gold here, finding support around this key level support zone around 1326, just above 1325 Fibonacci. I'm just going to put it into the 1 hour. Wow, that's a nice capitulation for gold. 15 minutes left for that candle to fully form. I like that. It's a good price. It represents good value for gold at the moment, and that it's definitely a capitulation. So I'm going to go to start commodities. I'm going to go for gold here. I'm going to see how far I can go out, maybe 5 or 6 hours. We'll see if we can get out that far. Okay, 5 hours. Can we get up to 6 hours? Good, 6 hours. 90% return on that, just for the price to finish 1 pip higher than 1333.83. I'm going to take that. It's a nice capitulation. Dragonfly doji. I mean, we're pretty oversold here on gold for the day. It's a bit of an exaggerated move. So I'm going to go for that. We bounced right off just above a fib level. 13, just getting a better price, 1333.76. We're going to get better, 1333.71, 61, 60. Okay, going, gone, 1333.57. Remember, just needs to finish 1 pip higher. 1333.52, 41. Okay, continuing to get a better price. Okay, I'm going to go for that 90% payout. Okay, good. That has been executed there for a 90% payout for the gold price to be higher. So you can see really nice dragonfly doji forming here on a nice strong level of support. That is also, you can see that following through on a few different time frames here. We've got that following through on the 1 hour and the 4 hour as well. Just wait for this to update. There we go on the 1 hour here. Nice dragonfly doji, and the 4 hour as well. Silver at the moment. Silver's different story. It's like copper. Both industrial metals. Look at copper. We're absolutely nailed today. If we look at the monthly, I mean, everything really, we've been looking at this for a while with our own traders. This big inverse hammer on the monthly has triggered to the downside. The weekly here, you can see that inverse hammer triggered even lower today. We're just getting smashed copper at the moment. That's probably going to bring down silver as well, as we're seeing at the moment. Copper really shouldn't stop now until the next Fibonacci is about another 100 points or lower. But it might find it's a bit exaggerated move. Look at the daily. We haven't had a move like that on copper for quite some time. Copper is absolutely getting slammed today. 125 points so far. Your average daily move on copper is about 20 to 40 points. So that's about almost 3 times your usual daily movement on copper. But we'll leave that for now. It's a bit over-exaggerated at the moment. It may continue, but I'd rather look at that next week, wait for a pullback at the moment. We've made some good money shorting gold already today. WTI, there we go, breaking out to the upside. It's doing well. Brent, it's so close. It's not quite ready yet. Australian US dollars had a nice move. Just check out the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour looks like it does want to pull back. It had quite a nice breakout, but obviously on non-farm payroll is really stilted Australian US dollar. I'll be really interested in taking this sell short potentially next week once this daily candle is formed, giving me a nice sell into next week. It's formed just below the 200 moving average. So that's what I'd be very interested in trading. It's not really ready right now. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. Gold, as I said, looks good for just a capitulation there, just a buy trade for the price to be higher. Silver looks good for a short. Copper does look good for a short. I'll just show you for copper what we'll be looking at here. If we continue to tank, might be good if you're going to be trading this afternoon. Just take a look at it. How you trade copper, you just go to the metal sector, go to the copper index, and then we're just going to go out to probably, you're going to have to execute the trade with a close time in about 30 minutes time. Yeah, not even 30 minutes, probably 25 minutes. You're going to have to be out of that by, let's have a look, 3:30 GMT. Yep, 25 minutes you can do it for a sell short. It is still tanking, but I prefer the silver sell short at the moment. Yeah, it's still coming down. There might be a quick trade in that. You can see it at the moment. It's kind of continuing. There's nothing to support it. It's like falling off a cliff. You can see it's broken past Fibonacci levels. Who's going to buy copper at these prices? We've got no support here. Where's the next support? Yeah, it's got quite a way to go. In fact, I will take a trade on copper. I don't think anything's going to support it over the next 25 minutes. Go down to, there you go, 1,000, not 81% payout for a full trade over the next 25 minutes. I'll take that for sell short. There we go, done. That looks good on copper for a sell short. Okay, there we go. Got silver WTI looking good. Brent's not ready. Keep an eye on Brent. I think that's going to trigger soon. I just wanted to get above 108. Australia, US dollar. We just take a look at the other commodities again. Natural gas, yeah, it's not ready yet, but I think that's going to be due a breakout, if not today, early next week. Coffee, it's had a great run. It's not doing much on non-farm payroll today, actually, coffee. Bit muted, the move. Corn at the moment has done well to get above its 200-day moving average. Had a really good week so far. Interested to see how corn closes today. Wheat also had a very good week. Ukraine's one of the biggest exporters of wheat, and all the news coming out of Ukraine this week has caused a lot of concern over wheat supplies, and we've seen that certainly follow through into the wheat market. Really nice breakout to the upside. Okay, so those are really the top picks of today. So I'll be keeping an eye on natural gas and coffee. I like the trades that we've on, obviously gold here, silver, copper, and WTI. And look, WTI breaking out to the upside. Brent's going to come soon, isn't it? There we go. Might be able to get a live trade on Brent, actually. I'll just keep it on the screen for just a few minutes longer. I'll show you what I'm looking at for Brent. Yeah, Brent's getting really close now. So Brent crude oil, I'm just going to, all I'm doing is going to start trading commodities, rise for oil. It's time now, so I need to go to the futures contract, 3 hours. I'll probably get a few, see how far out I can go on that. It's not ready yet, it's almost ready. 2 hours can go out, 2 hours, see how much further I can go. 3 hours, 4 hours, okay. Yeah, 4 hours maximum. Okay, here's my entry line on Brent. If the price gets above here, actually split it a little bit higher. If it gets above 108, I'm going to take the trade. See, it's getting close now. We'll continue to watch that. WTI is moving really nicely. You can also trade this through the Brent index. If we get a breakout and the energy, here we go, it's getting close. They've hardly moved today. They've been really muted, so they're ready to get a move. Normally they get a move on Friday afternoons. It's normally pretty lucrative for Brent and WTI. WTI is on the move. You can see Brent's close. It's going to trigger soon. WTI is moving up as well. I'll put those on a double screen for you so you can see. Let's just tar this. Tar windows. It's WTI and Brent. Tar vertically. We don't want gold. We want WTI. Here's WTI breaking out to the upside. We've just got Brent here as well. We watch them both together. Natural gas might trigger soon too to the upside. Okay, there's WTI doing well. Brent getting really close. So I need 108 to trigger. We'll see if we get it in the next minute or two. Otherwise, just keep an eye on it. The red line at 107.96, circa that level. We're only about 10 points away from it at the moment. That's the line that we need Brent to break above at the moment in order to take a long. You want it, but it's pretty close at the moment. 1787, 1788. We're now 6 pips away. Look at the left, you can see WTI breaking out. Really close now, 1789. There we go, it's getting close, 1790. Is it going to do it? On 791. So I'm looking for it to get above 107.98 or 107.96. That's where my red line. Now we're 6 points away. It's important that we wait for it to get above that level just in case it reverses. So I want to wait for it to confirm. Okay, Brent, we need the tick chart. There's a tick chart on the left. If we don't get it soon, we'll go on to the major news. But keep an eye on Brent. The index there, so I'm just waiting for it very patiently. Just wait. It's not got far to go. Another 10 pips, and it will get me in. So that's what we're waiting for. Okay, I'll tell you what, I will update you live. We'll go on to the major news, but if that does trigger, I'm going to, I'll bring you back onto the charts. I'll watch it from other screen. Okay, so we're going to go on to the major news, which is going to affect the market over the course of the next week for commodities. Okay, and of course, for everybody, if it's your first time on Commodities Corner, congratulations, well done for making the effort to be here today, for taking half an hour out of your day to learn a little bit more about the commodities market and live trading after a non-farm payroll announcement. So action is rewarded. There is a bonus code 11121F20, which you can use to get £20 or $20 trading credit for your Binary.com account. Very straightforward. Go to Binary.com, select sign up, open real money account, and enter that bonus code 11121F20 to get $20 or £20 trading credit for your trading on Binary.com. Okay, and let's look at the key news announcements looking forward. So, of course, we had non-farm payroll today. which was a major news announcement. Now, other very important news announcements as we go into next week are going to be US crude oil inventories. That data reports the number of barrels of crude oil commercial firms have in inventory. Commercial firms report those levels to the Energy Information Administration on a weekly basis. This week, we did have a surplus of crude oil, and that meant that we saw a nice dive down in price. So we did get a really good move to the downside, which we took advantage of. That was one of our top trades there. So do have that in the diary for your trading. If you're trading oil next Wednesday, 3:30 GMT, 10:30 AM Eastern time. That's a great, a very tradable opportunity. Next Thursday, 13th of March, this will affect gold and silver. We have US core retail sales. That report measures the change in the total value of sales at the retail level in the US. It's an important indicator of consumer spending. It's also considered as a pace indicator for the US economy. So that's Thursday, 13th of March, 1:30 p.m. GMT, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. A higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar. A lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. Then as we move on to other announcements, next Thursday, 13th of March, we've got the Chinese industrial production. That will definitely affect the metals, copper, silver, gold. Industrial production measures the change in the total inflation-adjusted value of output produced by manufacturers, mines, and utilities. China is a big buyer of gold, silver, copper, oil. So this does have a big impact. That's a 5:30 a.m. GMT, 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, and that will have a big impact on the metals and energies. Next Thursday, 13th of March, we have the US natural gas storage report. That's very important for your natural gas trading. We had a very positive report come out yesterday, so a nice spike, 100-point move to the upside in gas off that very day tradable. The Energy Information Administration, the EIA natural gas storage report, measures the change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. So while the US is an indicator, whilst it is a US indicator, it does also impact the CAD because Canada has a very large energy sector, but I just trade it by natural gas index, very straightforward. Next Friday, 14th of March, you have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment, 2:55 a.m. GMT, 9:55 Eastern Time. That index rates the relative level of current and future economic conditions. Two versions of that data released 2 weeks apart. Preliminary data, and the preliminary data tends to have a greater impact, and a higher than expected reading should be taken as bullish for the US dollar. A lower than expected reading should be taken as bearish. That moves inversely to gold and silver. So those are the 5 major announcements you want to put in the diary for your commodities trading over the next week. Brent crude oil getting really close to breaking. It's back at 107.90. If that does trigger over the next few minutes, I will show you the screen. I think it's just going to be a little bit more of a push and it will break it. So 107.92 now. So if it does do that, I'll flip it over to the next screen. Of course, if you'd like to find out more about our live trading room program, how to join the Gold and Silver Club, we've been live trading non-farm payroll today, and to join our exclusive community of international traders, find out how you can join Gold and Silver Club Masterclass Workshop and get all the same charting indicators, strategies that we use at the Gold and Silver Club. You can find that out. Just very simply go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com in that link. You can email us directly, just office@thegoldandsilverclub.com. You can call us, of course, at our London, New York, or Johannesburg office. Numbers are on the screen. Make sure you take advantage of just our weekly newsletter. We'll give you a weekly roundup of the energies, agriculture, and metals as well. So just go onto our website, subscribe to the newsletter, and you'll get that every single week. So well worth it for your commodities trading. Okay, so here are the details to get in touch, guys. So close. Brent is very close to breaking out to the upside at the moment, 107.92 now. But I think I'm going to have to wrap up here. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on Brent. We definitely wish you good luck for the rest of the day's trading. Good luck for next week's trading. Thanks very much to binary.com and the team for putting on today's webinar. We'll catch you back at the normal time next week at 12:30 GMT. So have a great weekend, profitable trading, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Okay? Cheers, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.